Since we are sitting here in the library, I think this is a perfect place to begin practicing simple English words that beginners can use in daily life.
I agree, because the library is quiet and helps us focus, which makes it easier to learn new vocabulary step by step.
One very basic word we should start with is book, because it is something we are all using right now while studying.
For example, I could say, I am reading a book to improve my English because I want to learn new words every day.
Another useful word is study, which means spending time learning something carefully.
A natural sentence could be, I study English every evening because I want to become more confident when speaking.
The word learn is also very important because it describes the process of gaining knowledge.
For instance, I might say, I want to learn new vocabulary so that I can speak more easily.
Another simple word is write, which means putting words on paper or typing them on a computer.
A sentence example would be, I like to write new words in my notebook so that I can remember them later.
The word read is also very common, and it means looking at written words to understand them.
For example, I read English stories because they help me understand how sentences are formed.
Practicing these simple words in full sentences helps us build a strong foundation.
The more we use these words, the more natural they will feel.
Starting with simple vocabulary is the best way to begin speaking English confidently.
This language room is very helpful because it allows us to practice listening and speaking at the same time.
One important word here is listen, which means paying attention to sounds or spoken words.
For example, I listen carefully to English conversations so that I can understand pronunciation better.
Another important word is speak, which means using your voice to communicate.
A sentence example could be, I want to speak English clearly so that people can understand me easily.
The word repeat is also useful because it helps us practice words again and again.
For instance, I repeat new words several times until I feel comfortable using them.
Another word is practice, which means doing something regularly to improve.
For example, I practice English every day because I want to improve quickly.
The word understand is very important because it means knowing the meaning of something.
A sentence example would be, I understand this lesson because the teacher explained it clearly.
Another useful word is try, which means making an effort to do something.
For example, I try to speak English even when I feel unsure.
Practicing speaking like this helps us gain confidence.
The more we practice, the easier English becomes.
Since we are sitting here in the university canteen surrounded by so many people eating, this is a perfect place to practice simple English words related to food and daily habits.
One of the most basic and important words is eat, because it describes the action of consuming food to give our body energy throughout the day.
For example, I could say, I like to eat lunch at the university canteen because the food is fresh and convenient for students.
Another very common word is drink, which refers to taking liquids like water, juice, or tea.
A natural sentence could be, I usually drink water during my meals because it helps me stay refreshed and healthy.
The word food is also essential because it describes everything we eat, including meals, snacks, and dishes from different cultures.
For instance, I might say, the food in this canteen is quite good, and there are many different options to choose from.
Another important word is water, which is the most basic and necessary drink for our body.
A sentence example would be, it is very important to drink enough water every day, especially when the weather is hot.
The word hungry describes the feeling we have when our body needs food.
For example, I could say, I feel very hungry after attending long classes, so I always come here to eat something.
The opposite of hungry is full, which describes the feeling when you have eaten enough and do not need more food.
A natural sentence could be, after finishing my meal, I feel full and satisfied.
Talking about food like this helps us practice words that we use several times every day.
Learning vocabulary in real places, like the canteen, makes it easier to remember and use these words naturally in conversations.
Now that we are in the dorm room, we can practice English words related to rest and daily routines that usually happen at home.
One of the most important words is sleep, which describes the natural state of rest when our body and mind recover after a long day.
For example, I could say, I try to sleep at least 7 hours every night so that I feel refreshed the next day.
Another common phrase is wake up, which means the moment when you stop sleeping and become aware that it is time to start your day.
A sentence example could be, I usually wake up early in the morning so that I have enough time to prepare for my classes.
The word rest is also very useful because it describes relaxing after doing something tiring.
For instance, I might say, after studying for several hours, I like to rest for a while before continuing my work.
Another important word is room, which refers to the place where we live, study, and spend our personal time.
A natural sentence could be, my room is small but comfortable, and it is a good place for studying and relaxing.
The word bed is also essential because it is where we sleep and rest every night.
For example, I could say, after a long day at university, I like to lie down on my bed and relax.
Another useful word is tired, which describes the feeling of needing rest after physical or mental activity.
A sentence example would be, I feel tired after attending many lectures, so I need some time to relax.
Talking about our daily routines using these words helps us describe our lives more clearly in English.
Practicing vocabulary in a familiar place like our dorm room makes learning feel natural and easy to remember.
As we walk along this campus pathway, I think this is a great opportunity to practice describing people and things using simple English words that we can use in everyday conversations.
One very common word we can use is big, which describes something that is large in size or takes up a lot of space.
For example, I could say, that university building in front of us is very big, and it probably has many classrooms inside.
Another simple word is small, which is the opposite of big and describes something that is limited in size.
A natural sentence could be, that small bench near the tree looks like a nice place to sit and relax for a few minutes.
The word tall is often used to describe people or objects that have a greater height than average.
For instance, I might say that tall student walking ahead of us is easy to notice because he stands higher than everyone else.
Another useful word is short, which describes someone or something that does not have much height.
A sentence example would be, my younger brother is still short, but he is growing taller every year.
The word new is also very common, and it describes something that has been recently made or bought.
For example, I could say, that new building on campus looks modern and well-designed.
Another important word is old, which describes something that has existed for a long time or is not new anymore.
A natural sentence could be, that old building behind us has a lot of history and has been part of the university for many years.
Using simple descriptive words like these helps us explain our surroundings clearly without using complicated vocabulary.
Practicing while observing real people and places makes it easier to remember and use these words naturally.
Now that we are sitting in this study area, we can practice describing places using simple words that explain how a place looks or feels.
One useful word is clean, which describes a place that is tidy and well organized without any dirt or mess.
For example, I could say, this study area looks very clean, and that makes it a comfortable place to focus on studying.
Another common word is messy, which describes a place that is not organized and has things scattered around.
A sentence example could be, my desk becomes messy when I have too many books and papers on it.
The word quiet is very important in study areas because it describes a place with very little noise.
For instance, I might say, this room is quiet, so it is easy for students to concentrate on their work.
Another useful word is loud, which describes a place where there is a lot of noise or sound.
A natural sentence could be, sometimes the cafeteria is loud, so it is not the best place for studying.
The word comfortable is also very useful when describing places where people feel relaxed and at ease.
For example, I could say, these chairs are comfortable, so I can sit here and study for a long time.
Describing places using simple words like clean, quiet, and comfortable helps us explain how we feel about a place.
It also makes our English sound more natural because these are words people use in everyday conversations.
Practicing in real environments like this study area helps us connect vocabulary with real experiences.
I feel that learning this way makes it much easier to remember and use these words when speaking English.
It feels really special to sit here again in the library where we first started practicing, because now we can clearly see how much progress we have made.
I remember feeling unsure about speaking English at the beginning, but now I feel much more confident expressing my thoughts in full sentences.
What makes me happy is that our conversations now sound more natural, and we do not struggle as much to find the right words.
I think focusing on simple daily vocabulary was the best decision because those are the words we actually use in real life.
Practicing together also made a big difference because we supported each other and stayed motivated throughout the process.
I also noticed that I can understand spoken English better now, especially when